My Green Fedora is really good. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1935. It's directed by Friz Freleng and written by Robert Clampett. And this actually features Peter Rabbit. And I didn't think that it was actually Peter Rabbit. I just thought it was a rabbit called Peter. But Beatrix Potter is actually credited as being a writer, of course, on IMDb, which is pretty interesting. And I have to say, the story is pretty sweet. This rabbit, Peter Rabbit, is told that he has to look after his younger brother Elmer while his mother is out. And everything seems to be going well. He's singing this song. We have some delightful music. He's wearing a green hat, a green fedora, of course. And visually, it looks pretty awesome. And everything's going really well. But then he leaves the house. And this weasel comes along and threatens Elmer's safety. And I won't say any more than that about the specifics, but I will say that we spend a lot of time outdoors and a little bit underground. And I loved the scenes underground. I loved how it was animated. I really felt like we had a quality cross section that was just an absolute joy to watch. And the animation is just fabulous. The color palette is great. I love the design of the house. I love the design of the characters, the outfits they're wearing. They are fabulous. Baby Elmer is adorable. And there's one moment actually when I think it's when we first meet the weasel and we see him face on and his eyes are bloodshot. And it's kind of terrifying. And it's brilliantly done. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The narrative is very well written, very well developed. The pacing is really great. There's nothing about it that I think didn't work. I think it was very, very well done. As I think I mentioned, we had some pretty good music as well. The sound effects were very good. All things considered, it's a pretty great cartoon. And while it's never going to be an all time favourite, there is nothing about it that I don't think worked, and I thoroughly recommend it. And I'd be very happy to watch it again. I am slightly concerned about Warner Brothers' obsession with the name Elmer. I wouldn't have really thought much about it, except for the fact that yesterday I watched my first Buddy cartoon, which was a Buddy was a character that lasted for 20 something cartoons, and he had a younger brother called Elmer. And now we have this baby rabbit called Elmer. And of course, they went on to create Elmer Fudd. Clearly, they wanted to do something with the name Elmer and just kept working it until they found a character that fit. I wonder if somebody at the studio had a child called Elmer or a relative or knew somebody called Elmer, or if it is just a case of somebody really liked the sound of the name. Either way, I find that quite interesting, and this cartoon is definitely very interesting. If you're a fan of Warner Brothers and you haven't seen My Green Fedora, it's definitely worth checking out.